Hi, Matt. My name is Leonard Parker. I'm an SEO professional based in Houston. I came across your post on Upwork and I had a look at your website. And I usually just use this video as an opportunity to introduce myself and to kind of show you some things I'm looking at a high level that we could explore more on a potential call. So when I come to your website, first off, great design. It's really cool. Cool concept that you have going here. Kind of just going to go back and forth between your posts. So the first thing I noticed, I'm on your blog page now. You have a ton of great topics here, a ton of great. Obviously, I think your target audience are people within an organization who's doing a company retreat planning. So that could be HR professionals, but that could also be someone who just volunteers and raises their hand to do so. A lot of great content. You're really providing some great educational value. What I would say, because if I had to categorize your current content, I would say you're pretty much in the awareness and evaluation stage. So people, they're already aware that they want to do a company retreat, but they're now online looking for information on how to do it and to how to put together the best retreat possible. So I would maybe have a few articles that go even further top of funnel where people don't even know that they could do a retreat to build productivity, build connectivity within the organization, within the team. So maybe a way to address that is, what are some of the issues that come up when a organization or a team isn't really connected? And that could be a starting point that, hey, have you ever considered doing a company retreat? Company retreats have been shown to help with A, B, C, and D. And those A, B, C, and Ds are kind of the pain points that you want to use to target people who are maybe looking for solutions to those issues within their team. I'm sure there's definitely other ways you can kind of go address the top of funnel content, but that's what immediately comes to mind. Now, uh, the next thing I saw were your recent project pages. So those are great. Those are great. You pretty much have different parts of the country. What I'm missing here, and I'm not sure if this is possible with your nature of work, this is kind of like a project feature. Um, what I would recommend is maybe if you could get a video to add onto this page. I think pictures are great, don't get me wrong, but video definitely adds a more of a personable element. And if there's any way, if it's relevant to add, okay, this team, I know for this particular one, you're not naming a client, but this team, why were they looking to do a company retreat? Were they trying to really, was it as simple as trying to build cohesion within the team? Were they trying to sort out a specific issue? Or were they kind of trying to gear up before, an upcoming rush of work or trying to wind down from a completed, sprint or deliverable? Really, adding that part to it could be a way that, someone who's planning a retreat for their organization, if they don't, if they're having a similar issue, that could be another way that you can get this page to resonate with that team or that person who's doing their research. So just an idea there, but I think the fact that you have these pages to begin with is great. Now, the last thing before I get into the more specific SEO things, I think it was on your homepage. So again, I think some testimonials would really help. Thought I saw a section where there were videos. I know the site speed could be improved a bit as well, so I'll get into that with the SEO piece. Yeah, so you do have these testimonials. Can't find them right now, but I know you did have some videos here on Vimeo, hosted on Vimeo. So I would recommend also, you can leave the Vimeo embed, but also start uploading any video content to YouTube. As I'm sure you're aware, Google owns YouTube. So any presence you have there definitely benefits your SEO, but YouTube is also the second largest search engine behind Google. So that's definitely a place that people are going to go when doing any type of research about planning a company retreat. And if you're targeting very long tail keywords, where there isn't much organic competition, I'm sure you've seen you can actually capture a snippet within the Google search results with your video. So just another way to leverage that video for more SEO benefit, more clicks, better rankings, and so on. So now I'll get into the more specific SEO things I saw with the site. So the first thing, I tested the site speed because I noticed the homepage is a little bit slow. So overall, not terrible. What I would recommend, the first byte, that's good. I like that to be under 0.5 seconds. Your first contentful paint. So this is pretty much how long does it take for that first pixel above the fold to load on the user screen. And right now that's at about 2.8 seconds. I would like that to be closer to 1.5 seconds or less. And overall, your load time, improving a first contentful paint will improve the load time. I would like that to be between 3 and 5 seconds, closer to 3 seconds if possible. But I do know that you're using a lot of video content on that home page. So, you have to weigh, okay, does that content, I'm sure it really helps with engagement metrics. I'm not able to see those, of course, or conversion metrics. So you kind of have to weigh that versus improving the site speed. But that's what I would be focused on, if I were working on your website. Now, I took a look at your kind of just some on-page things. Not a ton of issues here to speak of, to be honest. There are a couple of broken links, but 2 broken links isn't terrible at all. So just, of course, I would spend some time fixing those things. And then when I looked at some of the phrases that your site is ranking for now, I would say some of these are very relevant. So I saw one, executive retreats, which I'm sure is definitely would be I like to call a money-making keyword for you. So you're at number 7 right now. You were, I guess you're currently at number 9, so still on the first page. But ideally, you would want to be in that top 3 to 5 range. And a couple of other ones here: company retreat ideas, executives retreat, work retreat. So you could definitely improve, try to get at least into the top 30 there to start. But what I would do now for these phrases where you're already ranking on first page, now it's time to go a step further than your regular on-page title tag, meta description, all that stuff. What I would focus on now is doing some semantic analysis. So, and basically comparing your page that you're trying to target with a keyword to maybe the top 3 to 5 pages for that keyword. And what you're really trying to do is a gap analysis on, word count. So, on average, how long are these ranking pages compared to your page? And sometimes it means you will have to increase the amount of content, but there are cases where you actually should decrease the content to be better in line with what Google is ranking on that for that phrase. Some other things that you're going to look at not only is how the keywords, but how your competitors are using the keywords. So are they including these in a title tag? Are they including these in different headings tags? Are they including these in the paragraph tag, and so on? And then you also want to look at what are called LSI keywords. So basically, what are some common phrases that are linked with your target keyword, your primary keyword for that page? What are some target phrases that you can incorporate to better improve the topical relevance for that page? So if I had to use a simple example, if I was writing a full-length article about dogs and caring for dogs, maybe something I'll include there is grooming, dog houses, birth control, whatever. So Those were just some ideas for these pages that are already ranking well. Now, for pages that aren't, outside of the top, the first page, I think we really need to look at first, what are those top 10 to 15 keywords that you really want to go after that makes the most sense for your business? And what are some ways we can, improve the content on those pages to better rank for those pages, get more visibility, more organic traffic, and potentially more leads and more consultation calls. So those are some ideas there for the SEO. Now, I would say a big area of opportunity from what I saw, and I think you mentioned this in your post, is there's a lot of directory type links here going to your website. And I don't necessarily think those are bad. I think for any good link building campaign, you want to have that foundational layer so that you can have anchors with, just the naked URL or just your company's name as the anchor text. But I would add on, there needs to be a next step now where, I would probably do a press release just to further build out the branded anchors, because that should be the most significant part of your anchor profile, making up 60 to 80% of it. But you should also want to target, more niche relevant websites. I'm thinking anything related to business, productivity, building teams. I would imagine HR related websites would be, a gold mine for you. Really anything other, kind of similar into that sphere. And using those types of link opportunities to really go after your keywords. Sorry, it's an Amber Alert. Sorry. Really using those opportunities to go after your keywords for anchors. Because as you can see here, you have a lot of anchors that aren't really keyword targeted. So I see quite a few here with different locations, which I'm assuming that you have hosted retreats, but you really want to be using anchors like executive retreat, work retreat, company retreat, and so on. So that's where I see the opportunity for your backlink profile. Of course, that will also help your rankings and traffic, organic traffic, but can also help with referral traffic to your website. So I didn't want to make this video too long. I think I've already I've been talking long enough, but kind of just want to make a quick look at your description to make sure I covered something. Yeah, so I can definitely help with the strategy, both on the more high level SEO, but also the content strategy. I've already mentioned the backlinks. Yeah, so I don't think you need any more spam directories. I think you have enough of those. That's what I and my team do. We help build companies just based on SEO. So, can you provide any data from successful projects similar to this one? So, to be honest, we have not worked in this vertical, retreat planning, but I'm happy to share with you other projects we have done where we've seen tremendous growth, kind of all fueled by organic traffic. What is my process for taking on a project like this? So I really prefer to have a discovery call so I can better understand the context of what you're looking to achieve with your SEO. And that would better help me kind of put together a strategy that will help you achieve those goals. And I guess, kind of looking at a high level. So let's say we started working together. My first step is to do a baseline on where you're at with everything in regards to traffic and rankings. We also do a website quality audit where we really go into detail about what's going on with your website. And this really helps us identify prioritization. So how can we best start getting you results as quickly as possible? So really going after those low-hanging fruit. And then from there, really going into the on-page audit. So really figuring out what's going on there on an on-page level and begin making implementation to fix those things. And then from there, really building on your content strategy. So looking at what you already have and providing recommendations to better rank for your keywords, and then putting together an editorial calendar that you or my team will know from week to week what we should be writing on, and with the goal of improving your traffic and really building out content and value add that will be of benefit to your target audience. So other than that, we also look at your analytics to make sure that everything is set up correctly and to ensure that we're not missing any opportunities that your analytics provides us. So that's it in a nutshell, Matt. So please let me know if you have any questions. I look forward to your response, but I hope this video has been helpful for you. So take care and have a great rest of your weekend.